Chapter 4. Okay, Israel, take heed to the laws and rules, so you don't die. Do not add or take away any rules. You saw what I did to followers of Baal-peor, all dead, every one of the false god worshippers. I gave you laws and rules. You observed them faithfully. I will show others how wise you are with so many bloody laws. Perfect laws, especially for 10 tribes in the desert with great flocks and herds. The Lord your God there when you call, a great nation, so much teaching of laws. Don't ever forget, teach your children to teach their children until they get space technology and bring sheep laws to all the stars. I spoke to you out of the fire on the mountain. I gave you law, hammered in stone to make it true. The Lord told me what to tell you. Like no fucking your neighbor's sheep or eating his wives. Watch your step. Don't make sculptures. No animals, man or woman. No beast, no bird, no cockroach, no fish, no bug. Don't worship the sun, moon, anything in the heavens. The Lord took us out of Egypt, the iron blast furnace. Which, by the way, makes your humble narrator think they might have taken some really nice swords when they left Egypt. There was no mention of iron before the genocide of the Midianites. This doesn't mean there wasn't iron in Egypt at the time of the Israelites were said to have left there, even if they never were there. Somewhere along the way, iron was added to our ancestors' war weapons. Now the Lord was pissed off at me because you people are stupid and said I can't come over the river. I must die on this side of the Jordan. Fire. It was God did the speaking. Verse 15. Since you saw no shape when the Lord your God spoke to you at Horeb out of the fire. Verse 24. For the Lord your God is a consuming fire and impassionate God. Verse 33. Has any people heard the voice of God speaking out of a fire as you have and survived? If you are bad, I'll drop heaven on your head, utterly wipe you out. Maybe send a few of you around the planet to some man-made gods. And if you change your mind and look for the Lord, you'll find him in the local bar. Obey him. Always obey all the laws and rules and he'll be nice to you. If anything as great as this, has anyone else heard a voice coming out of a fire and lived? With pestilence, terror, and war, we, me, you, us are fucking awesome. The Lord alone is God. There can only be one, and the Lord is it. You heard thunder, and I told you what the Lord meant by it. You see his great fire. We worship fire and call it God. The Lord alone is God. No one else is. So Moses assigned 3 cities on each side of the Jordan for murderers, the nice ones. Whatever. The establishing of a dictatorship over the slowly becoming conscious and very slowly intelligent mad killer primates. How to be, what to think, and how to pay who to pay taxes to. Who and when to kill to secure mineral resources and land. Moses goes on and on about this holy genocide march. A sermon of servitude for the ignorant masses. Okay, so we get Moses yammering on. I know what I was going to mention just shortly the chapter before, and that was the plural form of the word God, as in gods. They were descendants of the gods. Okay, there's nothing in here to indicate that there was only one God. There is only information to indicate that the one God that took the Israelites wanted to be number one. He was probably Satan. Probably the one God that broke off from all the other gods. And it's Satan. It's a little bit overdone, of course, but really, monotheistic religion is Satanism. Now, a lot of people will say that's outrageous, but it's true. See, there were countless gods up until the Lord Moses said that there was only one, and actually it was Moses. It wasn't really Satan, but Moses was Satan. Moses is Satan. The Pope is Satan. It's this whole concept that one God is above all other gods, and that, of course, is megalomania. That's a monstrous insanity, and you could say God was insane if you didn't want to call God Satan, because a lot of people wouldn't want to think that God is Satan, but God is Satan. At least that's the impression I get when I read this book. I mean, there is no God. It's just a concept. But it is part of our psyche to want to be the megalomaniac, Satan. And that's what churches are all about, is worshiping Satan. Satan worship, death cults. I mean, they say, be service to us until you are dead, and then we'll give you rewards when you're dead. But that's insanity. That's death cult. So that's Satanism. So your churches, your synagogues, and your mosques is Satanism. Did I mention that? It is Satanism, insanity, Satanism, insanity. Get that in your head. Go to church and you were death cult worshipping, Satan worshipping, evil, tyrannical, murdering, whatever this book was about. Okay? I mean, maybe that's overdone. But it certainly isn't holy. It is the opposite of it.